Hi there folks. Excuse me sucking on a little sweet. Yum yum yum. I'm just enjoying my nice big village. This game, Banished, is actually quite awesome, and as far as I'm aware, it's by one guy. I'm sure he got a little help with graphics and other aspects and testing, but I'm pretty sure it's all one guy, and that's fascinating to me. So there's no enemies or anything like that, there's no big fights, there's no military, but I really enjoy playing it. The challenge isn't like, it's not head-wrecking, it's not pushing me to my limits, it's very zen. I love it. But what really did push me to my limits was trying to figure out how to keep all these little bastards fed. I must have played this game like 10 times over, and by year 3 everyone's starved to death. You know what the trick is? Hunting and gathering, folks. Hunting and gathering. Don't bother with that agriculture bullshit. You know, here I've got some sheep, but it takes a while to get sheep. Every damn time I tried to grow crops and feed my people that way, and 90% of my workforce was assigned to growing crops, and it just didn't work out. What you gotta do is build a forester's hut. Yeah, I mean, my table is too shiny for my mouse. A forester lodge. Yeah, and have 1 or 2 workers on that. You know, so they can maintain the forest. And have at the beginning you only really need 1 or 2 gatherers and 1 or 2 hunters. What I would suggest is putting a stockpile next to your forester's lodge, because you're going to be cutting down a lot of trees and mining a lot of stone and iron, so you want somewhere to keep that very close to where the work is happening. Time is of the essence, especially at the beginning of the game. And then later you want to build a barn. You know, have barns close to wherever you're growing food. And you'll know that you're starting to run low on food and you have to build another site. Always make sure that these little circles don't overlap. You know, you have a work area here and a work area here. An important thing is a herbalist as well. You only really need 1 herbalist, and I've got so far 40 people in my village and 1 herbalist. It's doing pretty good. What I would suggest is don't rush towards making a trading post. Don't rush towards making a graveyard or a chapel or even a town hall. These are very heavy on wood, stone and iron. They're really awkward. And the AI is pretty good. It's pretty well tuned, but it's so well tuned that the AI responds to the tasks that you assign it in the order that you assign it. I got in trouble when I should have been making tools. I started to make a trading post, and I set up a mine to, get more iron to make more tools, but my villagers kept bringing the iron to the trading post building site. All the while, my citizens were running out of tools and slowly starving to death. And as fantastic and detailed as this game is, you can't control what gets built when. Just it's taken care of for you. And another reason why you shouldn't rush to make a trading post is because traders won't come to your village unless you have some juicy wares in the trading post already. That means you want to build up an economy and get a variety of resources in there. I read online, after wondering why people aren't coming to my trading post, that people were waiting something like 3 years. It's an illusion. They didn't have to wait 3 years, they just needed resources. But as soon as you have, something attractive in there, they'll come every spring. So, yeah, I think that's it. Excuse me. I think that's it. Don't bother with quarries. I had to build that in a jam. I built a mine and the AI is pretty good. It's pretty well tuned, but it's so well tuned that the AI responds to the tasks that you assign it in the order that you assign it. I got in trouble when I should have been making tools. I started to make a trading post, and I set up a mine to, get more iron to make more tools, but my villagers kept bringing the iron to the trading post building site. All the while, my citizens were running out of tools and slowly starving to death. And as fantastic and detailed as this game is, you can't control what gets built when. Just it's taken care of for you. And another reason why you shouldn't rush to make a trading post is because traders won't come to your village unless you have some juicy wares in the trading post already. That means you want to build up an economy and get a variety of resources in there. I read online, after wondering why people aren't coming to my trading post, that people were waiting something like 3 years. It's an illusion. They didn't have to wait 3 years, they just needed resources. But as soon as you have, something attractive in there, they'll come every spring. So, yeah, I think that's it. Excuse me. I think that's it. Don't bother with quarries. I had to build that in a jam. I built a mine for iron. Haven't used that at all. And there's a particular detail that I didn't figure out until later on tonight. You got these things here. The more angular rocks, they're iron. And these more roundy rocks, they're stone. Yeah, I didn't notice the difference there. Didn't know you could get iron above ground. That seems to be the only unrealistic thing in this game, which is pretty damn impressive. I really wonder what level of research this guy has put into this game, you know? Kind of impressive. Yeah, look at my shit all over here, boy. Look at those trees. Oh my god, hundreds of trees. Actually, I should do some tree harvesting. You know, I think every 15 citizens you need one woodcutter. That's my mathematics anyway. I don't know what the deal is with the schoolhouse. I don't see the difference between an educated citizen and an uneducated citizen. They all seem to do the same jobs. I don't get what the deal is with the hospital. Haven't seen anyone go to the hospital. It's kind of funny. I think I found my Zen game. You know? If I'm ever stressed out, I'll just turn on Banished. I love city planning games, you know, real-time strategy. And I've always been disappointed with the AI in terms of competition. You know, I always felt that the unfair advantages that the programmers have to give to the AIs in order to make them challenging were a pain in the ass. And, you know, when you've successfully built yourself up strong enough to kick the AI's ass, it just doesn't seem to be able to recover. Or you, well, no, that thought was a dead end. Really what I wanted was an AI that allowed me to build my shit up, and then, you know, like after a certain armistice ended, we go to war with what we built up. That's not actually possible with AI, so I'm glad that I've found a game that has a solution to that problem, and that's just to get rid of competition altogether. I really have to commend the maker of this game, because that's not something that a game designer can achieve easily, you know, to have no competition but be entertaining. Or maybe I'm simple-minded and I've been sucking on too many sugary sweets, rotting my brain cells. Oh shit, my people are starving. What the hell? I thought I was doing pretty good here. Bollocks. So you gotta keep on top of that. Winter is the worst. It doesn't seem to affect hunting and gathering. Not that I'm aware of anyway. But what the winter does affect is agriculture. Of course. Of course, you can only plant in spring and harvest in summer. Oh look, a trader has come. What do you have to sell me, dear sir? Leather. Fuck, I've got tons of leather, Bo. Go away. Alright. So I don't know how well you can hear the sound effects. It's very relaxing. And the notifications are very gentle. They're just like, hey, I'm here. We're running out of food. We're running out of firewood. And a slightly different sound that says, hey, a trader has arrived. Or, hey, somebody wants to be a citizen. Oh no. Harriet has died of starvation. No, Henriette has died of starvation. I really gotta sort out this food deal. Place me some more. No. Yeah. Hunting lodge. Gathering lodge. Yeah. That's cool. What I suggest is when your town gets big enough that you can trade. First livestock you really want is sheep. Not just for the mutton, but for the wool. And if you follow my advice and have yourself a hunting cabin, you'll get leather as a byproduct. And that leather, together with the wool, you can make warm coats. That has a higher value in the marketplace and it lasts longer. One of the traders came by and sold me some steel tools. An upgrade from iron tools. Excuse me. And I don't know. I don't know how to make iron tools. Haven't figured that out. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just buy iron tools. I'm not sure. Hang on. Ah, aha ha ha ha. That's why you need coal. Okay, alright. Mystery solved. Yeah, well that makes sense, yeah. Use iron to make steel. Alright, fair enough. I tell you what, I've never been able to get a 5-heart health rating. Of course, for the 90% of my gameplay, I have 5-star happiness rating. But for some reason I just can't push any higher than 4.5 hearts. what that's all about. Anyway, this shit's beginning to freeze. So, yeah, I'll just call it quits here.